All right, this is a 1988 Plymouth Reliant, and it only has 50,000 miles. This is not only a Plymouth Reliant, this is a very special station wagon Plymouth Reliant. These cars, I think they were known as K cars, and they've pretty much disappeared from the roads. I'm very surprised to find this one. This one cranks. This one almost wants to start, but it has a little bit of a, it seems like it's a fuel issue. All right, so let's look around this spaceship. This is really a time capsule. This is a time capsule, and it doesn't have rust. You know, normally I think a lot of these cars have lots of rust everywhere. And, you know, the body is in really good shape. There are some little dents here. So there's a dent here on the front bumper. Tires are really good. This one is a LE version, which is limited edition. I'm not sure exactly what LE is, but here's the front. The headlights are glass. People are still building things with glass at this time. When you look at the Prius, for example, they're all plastic. And look at that trunk space here. So, being a station wagon means that you have plenty of space. Look at this. This could be used for a business or just somebody that likes to camp in there. It's got a lot of space. I mean, it's so unique, even the carpet. Yeah, so, what's underneath is the spare tire.
Yeah.
So the spare tire.
Here, wait. Yeah.
Look at that, full-size spare. You got the jack, and you got speakers back here, which is quite nice. There is a little bit of a crack there, but this is a collector's item. Like, I've never seen one out in the wild here. And here comes the seat. Let's look inside here. Look, we have human-powered windows here. And this is electronic locks. That is fascinating. And you have a little ashtray for your passenger, which is something you don't see in any car these days. These seats are holding up really well too. Everything about this car inside seems original. I don't think there's any issues with it. You have the chrome. Look at this, a fully adjustable rack. So this is back in the day, they would have like the Woody vans. This is kind of like what it reminds me. Yeah, you got like the wood grain here. But this is adjustable, like which way? Oh, you can just slide this this way. That's clever. See, we have a Bobo in the car. He loves this car. So, hey buddy, you're shaking my... What are you? Aw. Hey, bud. Basic steering wheel, no airbag. So, back in the day, there was no airbags to any of these. That's where the high beams are, the lights are, the defroster.
Cool light.
And the lights pop on, right? You don't even need anything else, right? So, belts, you have the high beam indicator there. You have the left and right. Look how big these buttons are for left and right. And then you have these huge buttons, huge indicators. I've never seen this in cars, like having these really large indicators. You do not have a tachometer, which is interesting. You have your speedo that goes only to 85 miles an hour. That's incredible. That is very slow. It's a very slow car. 7,000 miles. And the interesting thing too is that this car does not have an additional digit to get to 100,000. So that's an interesting feature. I don't know. And this is an 88, right? So this is your reset for the trip. You have your fuel, you have your temperature, and you have your battery voltage. And then here you have your gear selection. Of course, your gear selector is right here. And you have your key. And then you have the hazard is so hidden.
Yeah.
All right, so that's the check engine. And that's the problem. This car does not want to start. I think it's a fuel issue because it cranks, everything about it is good, but it doesn't seem like it's getting any fuel. Here's the radio. Look at that, it works. You're not going to see a radio like this ever anymore. Look at this. That's original. AC. This has got AC.
And it's got powerful heat too.
That is crazy. Our glove box here. I don't think you can put a lot of that. So this is a Reliant, which is kind of neat. And this is a bench seat. Look how cool that is. So this is the brake. This is the release. Let's open up the hood. And let's go check it out. You guys have ever seen a Reliant before? So I wanted to show you the engine. You know, one of the cool things about these older cars is that you can still work on them. I can reach the oil filter just with my hand. A lot of cars these days, you have to get down there and search for a way of getting that oil filter. Everything about it is simple. Spark plugs. You got 4 cylinders. The spark plugs are very easy to get to. This is our spare car. So it's a spare parts car for the station wagon. And I think a lot of this should be interchangeable. It looks exactly the same.
The same car.
This is a what?
89.
89. That's a 88. Interesting. Dog loves that car. Look at this guy. He loves this car. Hey, buddy. Hey, you want to come out here? That is the Reliant station wagon. Really cool hipster car. I mean, this car is the type of car that you would get if you're a total hipster in DC. And it's a good looking car. I mean, the station wagon thing, that's additional points. That's, you know, also when you look at the Prius here, this is a station wagon, but it just doesn't have that coolness factor of the Reliant.